Hi everyone, I'm Patty Behan and thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to do some more fun things with wax seals, and specifically I'm going to use some clear diamond rocks, and we're going to embed some dried flowers and use some ephemera and just experiment some more. I'm still playing with this, and it's really a lot of fun. So I'm gonna switch my camera and I'll bring it back to my desk. Okay, and what I have here are a wax seal melting set, and I have a tea light already lit, and I'm using a vanilla tea light so it smells like vanilla while I'm doing this for some aromatherapy. And I've had this preheating because it takes a little bit for everything to melt. So what I'm using today is the clear diamond rocks, and the first thing we have to do is put some of this into the pot. Excuse me. And I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm working on a silicone mat. You want to be working on a non-stick heat safe surface. And I'm just going to I'm going to fill it about 2/3 of the way full. Just like that. I tried to get a scoop that I could measure. I measured this pot, and it's like about a teaspoon. So, okay, so now we just have to wait till this melts a little bit. And while we're doing that, I wanted to show you what we're going to do today. I made this with the clear diamond rocks, and I embedded a dried flower in there, and then I also stamped something with a word, and this I happened to color the edges with a metallic marker. But today we're going to try using some diamond dust to embellish it a little bit, and then I also made, this is one that I didn't have enough of the melted diamond rocks, and it does tend to yellow a little bit when you cook it for a while. So we're just going to play around with it, and I like that because it gives it like a vintage look. And to get this melting, this is already starting to melt, and I'm just going to stir it. And if you're watching, tell me where you're from in the chat. Okay, I'm going to stir this up. And I don't know if you can bring this up so you can see what it looks like. I think I need a little bit more. I'm going to add a little bit more. Again, I'm taking it away from the flame when I add more. And that should melt pretty quick. And also, I did notice that there is a little tendency for bubbles, but that doesn't bother me at all. So I'm stirring this up just to get it to melt a little bit faster. That's probably causing bubbles too, but I'm impatient. I can't wait. So, and while I'm waiting for that to melt, I'm going to get some flowers ready. And I have these dried flowers, and these are very delicate. And like all you have to do is touch them and they kind of break. So you have to be careful. And I think I'm going to do this yellow flower here. And I'm just going to put this on the mat. And then I'm going to take a little bit of green. And I'm going to trim this down because I'm going to use, I think I'm going to do a square this time. So I want to trim this down a little bit. Put this back here. So you want to set this up how you want it to look under the melted diamond rocks. Okay, actually I have this little piece of green here. I don't know if you probably can't even see that. I'm just going to move it over and hopefully it will get in there. Okay, so now I'm going to, all you do is just pour your wax over top. And I'm saying wax, but I'm not, it's the diamond rocks. I'm probably going to keep saying that and not meaning to. And then you just put the stamp in there, and then you let it cool. And so we're going to do another one, so we're going to need to add some more. I was very tempted to buy another melting set because I'm kind of impatient, but you just have to do one at a time. Okay, and I'm gonna let that melt, and then this looks like it's pretty good. Oh yeah, it comes right out. And then here you have this. I think I need to get a piece of paper to put behind it so you can see. I'm gonna grab this. There you can see it. And now, so my little extra leaf went a little rogue over there, but that's okay. Now we're going to take the Pure Sunshine Diamond Dust, and I'm going to dip a brush into the diamond dust and just coat the outside. And this is giving it just a real subtle look. And if I really wanted to, I think I'm just going to do the whole thing. And then I'm just rubbing this on here. And it's very subtle. I think if there was more of a contrast, it would probably show up better. Let me get my paper again and show you. It's just a little bit. I wonder if I do the copper, it might be better. Let's move that over. This is Fiery Sunset. And I'll open this up. Oh, it's like got a sticker on it. And let's try that. Yeah, it's a very soft look, but this does show up better. It's very pearlescent. I like how that looks. Okay, so get my paper again. Very hard to see the clear. And now you can see how that came out. All right, I'm gonna set that aside. And I need to clean up my space a little bit here. I meant to get my Swiffer, but let me get a paper towel. And I have some water. Then I'm gonna just clean that off a second. Okay. All right. So now my area is clean. And now I'm going to try a different color flower. I'm going to take the pink flower. It's over here. And we'll put it down right there. I should have moved my camera in closer, but it's kind of tricky to set up this camera for the live. So I'm just going to leave it where it is for now. Trimming this down. Okay, and then this time I'm going to make a circle, or actually, let's make a word. I have the word love somewhere, if I could find it. And I'm really melted here. Okay. That would be pretty just by itself if I didn't stamp into it. Okay. I'm going to stamp into it. And then I'm just going to let it do its thing. Excuse me. And this time I'm going to use a metallic marker. I think that shows up a little better on the clear. Maybe later I'll try again with the diamond dust, and if I use a color. I think it's not enough contrast. It'll look better on a darker color. And while before I do that, I'm gonna get that out of the way, and I'm going to add some more clear into the pot. So if I fill it like 3/4, that seems to be a good amount. Oh, and so another thing that I kind of figured out as I'm playing with this is that if you use a tea light and like it melts all the way down to, you know, it gets fully melted and the wick gets burned down pretty far, you don't want to reuse that tea light. It doesn't get quite hot enough, at least not when you're working with the diamond dust. I don't know about wax, if you're just working with the wax beads, but for the diamond dust, it doesn't melt as fast. Okay, so, oh, I love how this one turned out. But okay, so you can't see the words right now, but that's like so pretty. we're going to, so this one we'll use the marker and it'll show up really nice. Oh, I see some more people have joined us. Say hello and let me know where you're watching from. Let me get this started. Oops, I sure did. Okay, that made a big blob. Okay. So this you can see a lot better. I like how that looks. So you could just sit here and make these things and then figure out how you're going to use them later, or you can go in with a plan, make a bunch of the same ones. These would look so pretty like on a gift package or just on your envelope. Okay, so now let me get this again. I'm going to, since I have this blob of marker here, I'm going to color over the words. And as I'm doing this, I really should have paid attention what way the flower was facing, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, that looks good. Let me bring this up closer so you can see. It's just that subtle little thing. It's so pretty. It's just an added thing. You don't even need the flower, but it's just an extra little bonus. Okay. Now another thing I wanted to try out was going over a piece of paper. So I have these little pieces here, and I just want to use that like as a background. So I think that one looks nice. I'll put that to the side, and this is still melting here. It's almost done. The last little bit is melting. And then now I'm just gonna pour this over top. Like so. And then it's my love again. And I want to pay attention to what way it's going. Oh, that I used a way lot. Okay, so I don't think you have to cover the whole piece because I have a big blob coming off. All right, I'm going to add, oh, hi Karen. Sorry, I'm not used to looking at it. Thanks for joining. Thank you. I'm glad you like these. It's a lot of fun. You have to come over and try this with me. Okay. Gonna add a little bit more. And this gets pretty hot here, so you have to be careful of that. All right, let's see how this one came out. Okay, so here we have this. Let me put a piece of paper behind it. Oops. I use the same love one. And I'm gonna go ahead with the marker again. It just adds that extra little touch. And I really like doing the clear as well as the colors. Okay, Karen, we'll have to make a date for you to come over. Karen lives close to me, and we craft together. We made our Christmas cards together this year, or last year. Okay. There's so many, and there's so many like fun seals you can get. I was looking online. I could go crazy. Okay. And that's, oh, that's pretty. I kind of like it when it's all lumpy like that. All right. Okay. It's kind of hard to, let me see if I can get a good angle. That looks pretty. Okay, so that's another thing you could do. All right. And I have a little piece here. I'm throwing that in, that dripped. And I'm going to stir this up. You have some old seals from when to seal envelopes. Would they work? I'm not sure what you mean. This can seal envelopes, but you'd have to glue them on. I would glue them on separately. I don't know. I can try. Let's try sealing on an envelope just to see what happens. Is that your question? Sorry, I have to pay more attention to the chat. Okay, let me get an envelope. I happen to have one nearby. There's nothing in it, but let's see. Let's do a different saying. Oh, you know what? I have a smaller one. It has let me see if you can see this. It has an envelope with hearts. That would look nice on an envelope. So let me just put that on there. And I think you would lick it first, you know, to close it. But let's see what happens with that. We'll let that melt. Okay. Let's put some more back into the pot here. Fill it up again, about 3/4 of the way full. And the way that you clean this out is after you take out as much as you can by pouring it out, you take a dry paper towel and wipe it while it's hot. And again, be careful because it gets really hot. Okay, this is done. It's still a little warm, but it seems to be sticking on the envelope. But I would just trust it better if you glued it. I got these glue dots that are like really big that I'm going to try to use with that. Oh, you have some old presses, Karen. Yeah. Yep. These will definitely work. This is what I'm just using, the wax seal ones. The same ones that you probably have. All right. You know what? I'm just going to do like a different color diamond dust here. Maybe that'll show up because it's pink. It's bright. This is pink flamingo. Yeah, so Karen, do you have like a big supply of presses, or just a few. See, I like to do it, I think I would like to do, decorate these first before I put it on an envelope. But yeah, it's still very faint. If I made a paint out of it, it would probably work better. So you can, let me do this in the corner here. I got so many things going on. You can make a little paint if you add water. I should be doing this in the lid. I'm going to do it in the lid. I have some water on the side here. You have a few. You had restraint. Yeah, you should dig them out and bring them over. We'll play. Yeah, it's a little better with the painting. Okay. Still not a lot of contrast. All right. We'll skip that one. It's just very subtle. I'm going to put that aside. Okay, so let me see what we want to do next. I have a little bit of melting over here. I had this cute rainbow that I made that I watercolored and I sewed on it. I wanted to put something here, and then I'll end up using it in something sometime or another. So let me see what I want to put on it. I have a little butterfly. Let me see if I can get you to see this. I think I'll do that. That might be cute. All right, so now I'm just gonna pour it right on the end here. I'm sticking my seal. Still have to figure out how much I need to put. And then for this one, I'm gonna get a different color. I think I'm gonna do, I have a blue marker. I'm gonna grab that and get that ready. I think that'll be pretty. And all right, so I have a little bit of clear in here still, but I want to add some color. I was wanted to try to make some marbly ones. So let's see. This one I am using London Blue. Okay. And I'm going to use this part of the scoop. I'm just going to put a little bit in there. Just a teeny bit. And it's already mixing in like very quickly. Let's see. Let's move that over. Let's see if I take a paper clip. Let me get something ready. I think I'm just going to do a small, maybe a blank circle. Oh no, I'm gonna do this love. That's what I'm gonna do. Sorry. Okay. And that melted really quick. I'm just putting it through to see if it'll marble. Just, I don't know if it's not looking like it's doing much, but we'll pour this down. And maybe we'll get layers of color. Oh yeah, it's kind of floating. Let's see. Okay, let's see how this guy came out. Okay, so you want to try to, you can't see what I did here yet, but you want to try to pay attention to which way you put your stamp, because I put them sideways instead of right side up. All right, you'll see when I reveal it. Okay, so just gonna color that. So this is on here pretty good. I did it directly on the paper, but again, you can do them separate. I'm just experimenting to see what you can do. And again, usually you use like wax beads for this, but I wanted to see if this would work because I have a lot of it. And I think it's a cool look. Okay. And you know what? Since this, where the image is mostly blue, this probably won't show up. So let me do a different color. Let's see, what can I use? Any suggestions? I have like a ton of colors here. I'm gonna do a purple. I have a purple. So I want it to show up. Okay. Let's start it. These are Posca markers. They're paint markers. And it's okay. Maybe I should have went with the gold. There's something about the gold. I'm going over it with gold. Let's see, where did I put that? This has a very fine design. You can't even see now, you can't really even see that it's a butterfly. Okay. There you go. That's okay. All right. So that was that little experiment. Let's see. I still have this guy that we didn't demold yet. Here's the love. I like the swirly design of that. That's pretty. And we're gonna go in with the gold. I really think so far that's the best look. What do you guys think? I'm thinking too that I like the deeper etched seals. These are very fine lines, so it's hard to get them to show up. That looks pretty. Let me bring that closer. Let me see if I could get the right angle. Let's see. There. I don't know if you could see that marbly background. There, you could see it. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right. So I'm just going to dump out this extra. It's not enough really to make anything, because I want to try a color. So I'm going to clean this, and again, you just use a dry paper towel. And actually, I don't really have to clean this because this is clear. What color did I want to do? I want to do a red. Here it is. Of course, let's see. This, or actually this is like a coppery red. Maybe I'll do pink flamingo. Let's see how that turns out. We'll put some into the about 2/3 full. So which ones are your favorites so far? I think I like the dried flower ones and the ones with the clear with a little bit of color. That's kind of cool. Let me know in the comments below which ones you like. All right, now we have to wait for that to melt. And while that's waiting to melt, I want to pick out what I'm going to write next. I have a thank you. I think I'm going to do a for you. This one says good luck. Happy birthday. I think I have for you somewhere in here. This says be happy. That's a nice little greeting. But I think this, last but not least, for you. Okay. So these are all interchangeable. This I got, these, the ones that I'm looking, it's kind of off camera here. It's just a little set I got off of Amazon. It's really inexpensive, actually. So you could put these like in junk journals. You can put them on top of a card. What else can you use them? You can put them on a gift package. All kinds of stuff. If you could just sit here all day, I think, and just make these. And I love these diamond rocks. They have this beautiful pearl finish to them. It's so pretty. I'm going to bring this up close in a second. This is a pretty color. It has a little of the clear in it. I'm just trying to mix it up. Okay. Bring it. I want to see if you can. The camera just doesn't do it justice. That's the thing. Okay, so I'm just going to pour this in a swirl, like so. And this doesn't matter really where you put it. Press it in, and then let it sit. And then I wanted to show you what I had in mind for this happy birthday, that you can make a card with it. Let me get my stuff. While that's melting and drying, I have this card here, and I thought this would make. I would have to ink the edges. I'm not going to do this now. I'll do this later off camera, but I just wanted to give you more ideas what to do. And then you can add this. This says happy birthday. I just think that's so sweet. So that would make a pretty card to give to somebody, and just to show you how you can use these. Okay, let me move that out of the way. Let's see if this is done yet. Yep. Oh, that's pretty. This says for you. I didn't get the edge here, but you know what? I don't mind when they don't come out perfect. And this will be another one for gold, definitely. And then I'll just again do the edges. Like so. And then paint over the words. Oh, this one I should have tried the rocks. Not to worry, I'll do another one. I'm going to try the rocks on this one to see if it shows up better, because it's a darker color. I'm sure it will. I mean, I want to put the dust on there. The diamond dust. And even, I'm going to do this edge a little bit too. That looks pretty. Bring this up so you see that too. Oops. So there's that one. All right, let me put a little more in here because I want to try the dust on this. Where did I put this off to the side. Oh, I just found my red that I wanted to use. There's too much in front of me. So easy to get lost. Okay. Fill that up. All right. We'll let that melt. And for this one, I want to find that love. Well, I'm going to do love again. find where I put it. I think what I'm going to do with these is like mark them somehow, because it's not easy to find. Because first of all, they're backwards. Okay, got it. This one is love. Get that ready. And actually this melts, this is melting pretty quick. It's not too bad. And when you stir it, that helps it go even faster. Okay. All right. That looks like it's ready to go. We'll pour this out. Okay, this time it looks like I got all the edges overlapping. Let's see how this one comes out. And I'm going to try the Pure Sunshine on this. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, this is my favorite. I think the more you do it, the better you get at it. As I said before, I just started to play with this. So, actually, I'm going to try my finger. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah. Another thing that makes it the dust adhere is when it's still warm. Oh, that's really pretty. See, that's what you needed, just a little bit of contrast. I'll bring it up closer. That makes all the difference. That's pretty. Okay, so we practice and we learn and have fun doing it. Okay. Now let me get a nice close angle. There. Hopefully you can see that. That's really pretty. Beautiful. All right. So now, okay, I think that's all that we're going to do today. I don't want to bore you, because maybe I'll come back another time and just finish these up. But I did want to show you how I clean this out. And it's really important that when you do it, you use a dry paper towel. You try to get as much out as you can, but then the rest, you just take a paper towel and wad it up. And then you kind of stick it in there until it comes out. And this is very hot, just so be careful when you do this. And I have a couple layers of paper towel here. Don't just do it with one layer. You need something to protect your finger from the heat. And it cleans out pretty quick. Just keep moving the towel to a clean spot. And there's just the tiniest bit in here. I just want to like melt it a little bit more, get it hot again, and then try to get it out. Because there is color, and then the next color you put in, it's going to show. Okay, perfectly clean. And then you do want to, I'm going to take this off. You'll see my little tea light. So I probably won't, I won't use this again, because when it'll dry, but, and when I say I won't use this one, I meant the tea light, because I don't know if it gets hot enough when the wick is burnt. When you go to relight it, it seems like it doesn't get as hot. And so now this is all clean. It's very easy cleanup. Okay, so I want to thank you for joining me. And if you had any more questions, just leave a comment below and I'll answer any questions you had. And so let me, you know what I forgot to do last time is turn back on to say goodbye. Face forward. All right. Okay. So thanks for joining me, and I'm going to try to do more videos. I don't know how many times I'll be going live, but I'll do some pre-recorded videos. So if there's anything you want to see, just let me know, because I work for Ranger, so I really know their products a lot, backwards and forwards. So if there's a product you want to see and learn how to use, let me know, and that'll give me an idea of what you want to see. All right, thanks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.